I'm Nathan East, and you're watching for BassPlayersOnly.com.
My man, my buddy.
You know it.
Hi everyone, John Liebman here. You're watching for BassPlayersOnly.com. We're coming to you today from the Kala U Bass booth at the 2017 Winter NAMM Show, Anaheim, California, with our old friend, very good friend, Mr. Nathan East. Hey,
good
Nathan.
to see you always, John. What's going on? How's the show?
Everything is great. The show is great. It's so good to see you. It's always very special at NAMM, and seeing you just made it specialer.
Listen, and vice versa. No, it's great to be here, and man, what a show again this year.
Absolutely. Well, we've done, I think, a couple of interviews before. One was like online, and the other was Skype. But this is the first time video interview. So I could see you, I could touch you, I could put my arm around you. That's right.
I want to thank you for everything you do for bass, and I love watching your videos and the way your approach to teaching and everything is just so it's fresh. I love it.
Wow, that means a lot. We are recording, aren't we? Make sure you push that red button. We've got a few things to talk about, and each one is maybe more exciting than the next, but in no particular order. Let's start with, you've got a brand new solo record called Reverence. I had a chance to check it out. I love it. It's the follow-up to your first solo record. We'll get a proper shot of that, but let's start with that. Tell me about the record, and there's a lot of content. I was thinking if this was an album, vinyl, it would be a double album probably, right? Because they're like what, 14 tunes, 16 tunes, something like that.
Yeah.
So what were you trying to say? What were you trying to do? What was tell us about Reverence?
You know, when a bass player makes a record, it's a little different, because I got to play bass and then play lead, so it's a different concept altogether, and again, I'm making music that I love, so all the rules go out the window, and so if you want to put a rock and roll tune or a jazz tune or a funk tune, I just do it,
And it's not one of those records that bass players make only for other bass players.
Exactly.
There's much wider appeal.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the Olympic bass playing NAMM show chops, which we're at with all due respect to the NAMM show.
Yes.
But it's just songs that I love and with musicians and friends, and it's really I'm really happy because we worked a lot on it last year and it finally just came out.
You've got to be especially proud. You have your son Noah on there, and he is so talented. I got to see him play with you at Bass Player Live. I think it was a couple of years, a year and a half ago.
Exactly.
But I remember on the first record when he starts out, he says, "Ready, Dad?" And on this record, he says, "You ready, Dad?"
Exactly. No, the 3 years, what a difference it makes. And he grew an inch every year, So, but he's a good man. We just played that version at the Blue Note Tokyo. Sat in with foreplay after, and he's a great kid, and I'm just really proud.
Well, he's got the genes, obviously.
Oh, man.
Tell us
where he gets it from.
I do. Tell us what else is keeping you busy.
Oh my goodness, this will be a fun year. We're going to go promote the record, so we'll do Jimmy Fallon on the 9th of February, and then I'm going over to Japan to play, taking my band over on February 23rd and 4th to play there in 26th in Seoul, Korea, and then a very special gig. I'm going over to sub for John Patitucci with the Chick Corea Elektric Band at the Java Jazz Festival.
I just ran into Frank Gambale 10 minutes ago, and he told me that. That is very cool.
It's very cool. So I got to get those tunes worked up and under my chops. But I think we're going to do. We'll be doing the North Sea Jazz Festival later in the year too, as well. And then after that, I go to Madison Square Garden with Eric Clapton, and we do that. And then London, Royal Albert Hall with him, some shows. And then we have some foreplay shows in there as well. So.
Keep him busy. I just got to ask you, so much of John's signature sound from the early days was everything he did with the six string.
Right.
Is that something that you have to do or want to do or like to do, or are you just going to be...
I love it, yeah. No, I play my six. It's funny because the variety of gigs I do, between the rock and rolls, I take the 5-string,
Yeah.
But the jazz gigs, I got to get the 6-string in there, It's a foreplay, chick, and that kind of stuff. It'll be my 6.
Is "Gotta Match" one of the songs?
"Gotta Match" is one of the songs. It's got me staying up at night, staying awake at night. It keeps me up. great song.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned we're at the Kala U bass booth, and I know you are a Kala U bass artist, and just wanted to hear you tell the folks why you like the Kala U bass. It's really caught on. I think people weren't really sure what to make of it at first.
Right.
And such a long list of high-profile bass players that are using it. Tell us what you like about it.
Well, the bass is first of all, it's a real, like you look and the first thing, okay, really, but then and I just saw Bakiti Kamalo yesterday, and he's the godfather of this thing,
I interviewed him yesterday. He sat right in that
Did
very
you?
stool where you're sitting.
My hero, and so you look at it, but then you pick it up and you realize what the deal is. It's a beautiful bass, and the most intriguing thing for me is that it's always with you. Like, I can't take every bass with me, but this is one you can throw in your bag or over your shoulder
Or in your pocket almost.
Your pocket almost, and there's a lot of value to that, and so for all those reasons, and the sound, and then there's just so many different fretless and fretted and nylon, and so it's very, very tailor-made to what you need. Yeah. And we all need them, and I sit on the bus, we have some of these 2-hour bus rides, going through Europe, and I tell you what, it's always with me.
Yeah. Okay, Eric Clapton, foreplay, couple of solo records, all the other stuff, Electric Band. What else? Is there something else that you haven't done yet that you'd like to do? Maybe another solo record. I think we could pretty much expect that. But is there something that you just haven't accomplished yet that you've always wanted to do?
Well, I got to tell you, and it's just been, I get that question a lot, and one of the answers is playing with Prince was one of the things, and I think that opportunity slipped away, and the rest his soul. But the other answer I usually give too, which is kind of funny, because just the other night I played with Larry Mullen Jr. And U2 is a band that every time you see, you look, boy, wouldn't it be fun to be up there? It's just kind of like those guys are the greatest rock and roll band, and every now and then, I just think, how much fun would it be to play with those guys? So I kind of got halfway there the other night. We did a big show for Yamaha, and he got an award. And he's played Yamaha drums for a while, so we got to play together. It was a blast. So I kind of got halfway to my little bucket list.
Well, good.
He was a wonderful, great person, and it was just it was one of those things that, I love it all, A to Z. I'm really looking forward to playing with Chick. And after 35 years since we played together, we played on the Family album by Hubert Laws back in like 1981 or something. So we just said, 35 years in between playing together is way too long, and he just played on my record, blessed it, with the beautiful Mini Moog sound, classic, and we're gonna, hey, look at all these, and good to see you, and then.
Well, I know it's the Electric Band, but is there any upright involved in it?
I think there might be some upright involved.
Do you think? You better find out.
I'll find out, but I'm. It gets me up early in the morning and keeps me up late at night, because those tunes are very special. So that'll be something that I really haven't done. That's on the list of things that's going to be very challenging and a lot of fun.
Well, whatever it is, I'm sure it'll be great. I'm sure you're going to do it well. I don't remember if I asked you this in either of our previous interviews, but what would you be if you were not a bass player? Something outside of music.
How you doing? I'd be, I'm a private pilot, and that's the only other thing that I could think of that you do. That if you do for a living, you're not working, because it's just so much fun. And I've always thought, if I wasn't into music or playing bass, it'd be fun to be a private pilot, flying people around.
Can you give me a ride home back to Detroit?
Absolutely, come on. And the furthest I've flown from here was we've flown to the Bahamas.
From here, from California.
Yeah,
wow.
It's great. You just make stops every 1,000 miles or so. Take a few stops. I've flown up to Toronto and Niagara Falls and landed in those beautiful.
Did you fly over Niagara Falls to look down on it?
I flew over Niagara Falls, and it was fantastic. Because from Toronto you can actually see the falls, and then you fly into Buffalo or somewhere up there, and it's fantastic. It's really amazing.
Well, I knew it'd be an interesting conversation. I didn't know we'd be talking about that, about flying, so that's very cool.
we have 4 private pilots in the family, you know. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I was tagging along with my brother when he learned and when he got his private license, and then
You have a lot of brothers, don't you?
I have a lot of brothers. Yeah, well, there's 7 kids, you know, so 5 boys and 2 girls.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's great to be at the NAMM show, and 2017 just looks like it's already off to a great start, and so.
Well, let's hope so, and let's all look forward to that. Congratulations on the record and the all the other stuff. The next tour with
your son behind the.
That's
Adam's
right.
Behind the
That's
camera,
Adam.
come
Adam
on.
does a great job. Yeah. And the stuff with Chick and the stuff with Eric and the record and Jimmy Fallon and everything else and so much more that we don't even know yet, and you probably don't even know yet, but
even know,
we know
yeah.
you're going to do it. It's going to be great.
Oh no, we're having some fun, you know.
Yeah, well, that's what it's about. Much luck, continued success to you always. Nathan
Thank you
East.
so much, John.
With Nathan East
All right.
at the Kala U-Bass booth at the 2017 Winter NAMM Show, Anaheim, California. I'm John Liebman. You're watching for BassPlayersOnly.com.
That was really good.